Hello everybody, I'm live stream right now. So let me share my live stream first to our pages, to my I'll share to my we have still 3 minutes to start live stream. It starts at 10 p.m. So if you have any question, you have prepared any question before, you can just put it in the comment below. So my name is Dr. Zulfaqar Saadi. I'm native of Sarawak. So let us wait for more people to come. So because this is live stream, later on you all will be able to watch this live stream again. So why is my Facebook page is Zulfaqar Saadi, native of Sarawak? You know, a lot of people don't know what they are called in Sarawak. If you look at the constitution, federal constitution, and the constitution of Sarawak and interpretation ordinance of Sarawak, all the people of Sarawak are called native except the Chinese. All the people in Sarawak is called native. The Malay is native, the Melanau is native, the Bidayo is native, Kayan, everybody is native in Sarawak. So that's why my Facebook page is called Native of Sarawak, Zulfaqar Saadi, native of Sarawak. So the definition for all of us in Sarawak is native. Why we are called native? This term native is not recently we found it. It is since the Rajah book, since the Rajah books. I think it's since Charles Viner book. The term native have been used in Sarawak. At first, the term native also include the Chinese, and then when some objection and everything, other view of the people come to the Rajah at that time, and then the native exclude the Chinese. But all other people in Sarawak was called native to unite all the people and to give them the pride of citizenship under one category, which is native of Sarawak. Of course, under the native we have many other categories. We have the Malays in Sarawak is native. So in Melanau also native, Kedayan is native, Kenyah is native, Punan, Penan, they are all native of Sarawak. So in Sarawak, we have the Malay also, right? They are called native. They are also fall within the definition of native. But the Malay definition in the federal constitution is different. The definition of Malay in federal constitution is for the Malay living in the Federation of Malaya. It doesn't have anything to do with Sarawak. The terms Malay in Sarawak, definition for Malay in Sarawak is under the native of Sarawak, under the definition of native of Sarawak. So, without further ado, we already 1 minutes. So, I think we only have 30 minutes like that to talk about our topic today. Tonight, it is Declassified Malaysia talk number 4. So the topic is Cobbold Commmision. Why there is only 2,200 letters and memoranda? So that is our topic tonight. So if you have any question, you can put it down during the live stream, and then I will answer your question. So first we'll talk about, of course, the topic about Cobbold Commission, Cobbold Commission report. The name in the document is a report of the Commission of Inquiry, North Borneo and Sarawak, 1962. That is the name of the report. Report of the Commission of Inquiry, North Borneo and Sarawak, 1962. So this report was made in 1962. So this is report of inquiry in North Borneo and Sarawak only, not in Federation of Malaya and not in Singapore, only in North Borneo and Sarawak. North Borneo now called Sabah. So this is a commission under the chairmanship of Lord Cobbold, who visited North Borneo and Sarawak between February and April 1962. And its report was published as CM Command 1794 on the 1st August 1962. So this report was, the chairman is Lord Cobbold, and they visit North Borneo and Sarawak on February until April 1962. So we have February, March, April, 3 months. 3 months in 1962. The Lord Cobbold and his commissioner visit many places in North Borneo and Sarawak. And this report was published as Command CMND 1794 on the 1st August 1962. So what is Command? Command paper. Command paper 1794. This is what this paper has been published as a command paper. So if you ask yourself what is the meaning of command paper, is it just this commissioner just suka-suka, or just doing all the stuff just like for fun, just collect opinion and then go back? No, this is a command paper, means that this is a command paper means that is a government publication that is presented to Parliament. So that is command paper. So all this report commissioner by the Lord Cobbold and the commissioner will be presented to Parliament. So it's not a play something like that. It's not something that you do half-hearted. You must do it properly so that you can properly present it to Parliament. So most of the command papers are in a number series. So the number series for Cobbold Commission is Command 1794. So this command paper are government paper. It is government British government paper that are presented to Parliament. They convey information or decision that the government thinks should be drawn to the attention of one or both houses of Parliament. So this information is a decision that the government thinks should be drawn to the attention of one or both houses of Parliament, usually to the both house of Parliament, to lower house and upper house of Parliament in the British Parliament. So based on the Gathers Acts in the post-World War I period, which led to the issue of a Treasury circular in 1921, the presentation of paper by command should be discontinued except in the cases of documents relating to matters likely to be the subject of early legislation, or which may be regarded as otherwise essential to a member of Parliament as a whole to enable them to discharge their responsibility. So this command paper 1794, which is a Cobbold Commission, was presented to Parliament because this paper, this report, Cobbold Commission report, will be subject to early legislation later on, because this information from Cobbold Commission will be used for Malaysia Act 1963, Chapter 35, and for the formation of Malaysia Agreement 1963. So there is many categories of command paper. We have report of Royal Commission, and the categories of Cobbold Commission is a report of Royal Commission, but not normally the evidence of the commission. So Cobbold Commission is a commission that it's not the evidence. it that a lot of people confuse that they think that Cobbold Commission is the evidence that people agree or not agree for the formation of Malaysia or agree with condition. No, Cobbold Commission is not that information. Cobbold Commission is only a report that view the wishes of the people, the opinion of the people, but it is not normally the evidence of the commission. It's just call it the view of the people. Based on the view of the people, the people view of the people from Sabah and Sarawak, and then based on that view, the British will propose a recommendation on how to make a better Malaysia based on the view of the people. That is a Cobbold Commission. So if we look at after Cobbold Commission, we have IGC Report. In the IGC Report, we have several paragraphs in IGC Report that talk about Cobbold Commission. It is the first paragraph of IGC Report and the second paragraph of IGC Report mention about Cobbold Commission. So in IGC Report, the first paragraph, it talk about a commission under the chairmanship of Lord Cobbold visited North Borneo and Sarawak between February and April 1962, which is 3 months. They visit Sabah and Sarawak, and its report was published as Command Paper 1794 on the 1st August 1962. So the commission was unanimously agreed that Federation of Malaysia is in the best interest of North Borneo and Sarawak, and that an early decision in principle should be reached. And then the second paragraph that talk about the Cobbold Commission is the second paragraph of IGC Report. It said the report was considered in detail in a series of meetings in London in July 1962 by British and the Malayan minister. So after Cobbold Commission and before Cobbold Commission, there is a London talks. So there is a series of meetings between British and the Malayan minister, and also Singapore, on the formation of Malaysia. So we have London talks, and then we have Cobbold Commission, and then we have London talks 2 after Cobbold Commission, and then we have IGC Report. After IGC Report, we have London talk 3. So there is 3 London talk. London talk 1, Cobbold Commission, London talk 3, and then IGC Report, and then we have London IGC Report, and then London Talk 3. After London Talk 3, we have formation of Malaysia. So that is the event that happened, generally speaking. So in the light of the report and the agreement reached between the government of Malaya and the government of Singapore, the British and Malayan government decided in principle that, subject to the necessary legislation, the proposed Federation of Malaysia should be brought into being by the 31st August 1963. A copy of that joint public statement at Annex C. So if you look at this paragraph 2 of IGC report, if you look at it, looks very simple, but what actually happened after IGC report, after IGC? There is a lot of necessary legislation that have been annexed and inserted into the federal constitution. Hundreds of it that spell the special interest of Sabah and Sarawak to be inserted in the former federal constitution of the Federation of Malaya at that time. 100, and a lot of schedule have been amended. There is a new article has been inserted, and there is transitional provision, everything. So many steps. But a lot of people, when they look at the second paragraph, they took at the surface value only. So actually, the report has been considered in detail. Cobbold Commission has been considered in detail, because that in the Cobbold Commission we have hundred and thousand of memorandum from the people that has been, and then that all the view was considered in detail in a series of meeting in London, and then after a lot of recommendation, so when they want to form Malaysia, so there will be a necessary legislation for the formation of Malaysia, which a lot of it to safeguard Sabah and Sarawak. Now, where does we get all this number? How many letters? How many people present during the Cobbold Commission? And how many interview? Everything, something like that in during the Cobbold Commission. To know who attend, how many letter received by Cobbold Commission, we look at the Cobbold Commission report itself in 1962. If you look, it is mentioned in paragraph 6, paragraph 7, and paragraph 8 of the Cobbold Commission. So, paragraph 6 of Cobbold Commission report 1962, it said, all persons who wishes to submit written memoranda to the Commission were invited to do so. So, all people are invited to write their memoranda to the Cobbold Commission on their opinion on Malaysia. All people are invited. You want to write something, you have your opinion, you have your support something, you don't agree with something, you angry, you sad, you happy about something about Malaysia, you can submit it to Cobbold Commission. So in response to this invitation, Cobbold Commission received 2,200 letters and memoranda, which is nearly 600 in North Borneo and over 1,600 in Sarawak. So Cobbold Commission, after they opened the invitation for everybody to submit their written memoranda and letter to Cobbold Commission, so they received 2,200 letters and memoranda from town. So this letter come from town boards, district council, association of many kinds, political parties, chambers of commerce, trade unions, religious leaders, members of executive and legislative council also send their written memoranda, native chief also send their memoranda, and community leaders also send their memoranda, and large number of individual member of the public also send their memoranda. So from this memoranda, the Cobbold Commission obtained much valuable material and assistance. So when Cobbold Commission opened the public to send the written memoranda, they received 2,200 letters and memoranda from the people from North Borneo and Sarawak. So Cobbold Commission doesn't just pick you give me this, you only certain people can give me memoranda or written memoranda. No, Cobbold Commission opened it for public to send anything to them about their view on the formation of Malaysia. So all people send their memoranda, and the one that send the memoranda come from the not just individual, they come from town board, district council, association, political parties, chambers of commerce, trade union, religious leader, a member of executive and legislative council, native chief, community leaders, and a large number of members of the public also send their written memoranda. So it's open for public at that time to send anything to Cobbold Commission about their opinion on the formation of Malaysia. And then we have paragraph 7 of Cobbold Commission, an open invitation to appear before the Commission was extended to all person who wishes to give oral evidence. So during Cobbold Commission, open invitation was given for anybody to present themselves before the Commission. So you come to Cobbold Commission and then you can just tell the Commissioner what you want for the formation of Malaysia. You agree with something or you don't agree with something, what you wish for Malaysia, whatever, you can tell just face to face with Cobbold Commission. And then he said, we are glad to be able to record that full advantage was taken of this invitation, and that as a result, we were able to meet and talk with large numbers of representative individuals and bodies, many of whom has submitted written memoranda which we were able to discuss with them. So when the open invitation was met by the Cobbold Commission, there is a lot of people come. They come as a group and they send their representative, and a representative of from the village, representative from the certain bodies in Sarawak or North Borneo at that time, they come and talk, give oral evidence to Cobbold Commission on their opinion and whatever they want about Malaysia at that time. Either they agree for certain point about religious freedom, they talk about uh, uh, taxation, they talk about who will become the head of state, who will have jurisdiction on land, who has jurisdiction on forest, everything. Whatever your opinion at that time, you can come to Cobbold Commission, open invitation, come and talk with Cobbold Commission. And then in paragraph 7, it continues, it said the willingness of the public to come forward and state their views quietly and responsibly was almost everywhere impressive and gratifying. Our itinerary in Appendix A has been so planned that representatives from every district in each territory has an opportunity to meet the Commission at each selected district center. So each district in Sabah and Sarawak, they have been visited by Cobbold Commission. So whoever want to come to commissioner at that time to give their opinion about Malaysia, they can just tell with the commission what they want about Malaysia, what they don't want about Malaysia, and whatever opinion they have and view they have about Malaysia, they can tell, because the commissioner visit every district in Sabah and Sarawak. So it concludes that we thus held 50 hearings at 35 different centers, 20 center in Sarawak and 15 center in North Borneo. So 50 hearings have been had across 3 months from February, March and April 1962. And then we look at paragraph 8 of Cobbold Commission. It says over 4,000 persons appear before us in some of 690 groups, which vary in size from 1 to over 50. So more than 4,000 people during the open invitation come to Cobbold Commission. They are representative of certain body, certain political party, trade union, religious leader. They are representative. This representative represent thousands of other people. They are not talking about themselves. So this representative come from 1 to 50 people. They come in groups. One group can vary from 1 to 50 people. So each of this group, they just send their representative to talk with Cobbold Commission. No need for all of you to come to Cobbold Commission and say anything unless you have something to say. So most group appointed one or more of their numbers to act as spokesmen, and we took pains to ensure as far as possible that anyone else who wishes to state a different view or to contribute additional point was given full opportunity to do so. So all our hearings were conducted in private. So all the people that come to Cobbold Commission, they come in when they give the oral evidence to Cobbold Commission, it was conducted in private. So all the view was collected by the commissioner, and it was not being shown to the public. So whatever you say to the commissioner is between you and the commissioner only. So you are safe from other people that might have different view about the formation of Malaysia. So you can say anything about the formation of Malaysia at that time. Either you are representative of religious body, trade union, or from legislative council, everything is in private. So interview is in private. The oral evidence process is in private. So assurance was given that evidence and memoranda submitted to Cobbold Commission would be treated as confidential. Everything is confidential. Everything that you say to the commissioner will not be disseminated to the public yet at that time, so that your whatever you say is it safe to say, something like that. So it's confidential to the commission. Where views are attributed in this report to particular organization or bodies, anything, if you come from certain organization, from political parties or any bodies, that if just in case if you have some different view with the organization about the formation of Malaysia, so that view is confidential. It will not be tell to the public, that so that what information you give to the commissioner is safe. It's in a safe place. So they had already been and anything that was made public at that time, that was by the organization and the bodies themselves. Cobbold Commission doesn't disseminate what the view of the people at that time, so that the view of the people, whoever come to the Cobbold Commission, they are safe, they are not being exposed to the public, something like that. So now the real question is, why there is only 2,200 letters and memoranda, and there is 600 and from North Borneo, 1,600 from Sarawak, and there is only over 4,000 person appear with 690 groups, vary from 1 to 50. So not so many people are coming to Cobbold Commission. There is argument given by same people who are telling themselves that they are expert. They said, oh, there is a lot, not so many people. We have million of people in Sabah and Sarawak. Why only interview and get the view from more than 4,000 people? Why there is only 2,200 letters and memoranda? So this is the answer for your ignorance, I think, because you don't willing to learn more than what you know. Why there is only 2,200 letters? So we look at this is a social science, social science practice on how people make a sampling of a population. So the population of Sabah and Sarawak is the object of the interest in this commission, whereas the sample is only a portion of the population. So if you want to make a commission or a survey, you don't sample the whole population. That is idiot. Only the idiot people sample the whole population to get the view of the people. For example, if you want to sample how many people in a apartment, in the apartment there is 100 people, and then you want to give a questionnaire, are you going to prepare and print and prepare a questionnaire for all the 100 people living in one apartment? No, you only only give the questionnaire to a sample of the population. Maybe only from 100 people, maybe you only give a questionnaire to 40 people. It's sufficient to get information from 100 people just now. That is social science. This is a sampling practice, in social science. If you want to give a questionnaire about how the water uses in Sarawak, how many people, the behavior people of water usage in Sarawak, are you going to give a questionnaire to each million of people in Sarawak? No, nobody do that for the whole population. If you do a social science, if you want to understand the behavior of the people, water behavior of the people in Sarawak, you only sample a portion of the population, not the whole people. No, this is something that you learn in, I think in high school also you learn that when you make a questionnaire, you only collect a portion of the population. You make a sample only. From 200 people, you just collect information for maybe 90 people or 100 people. Sufficient information. So the same thing with Cobbold Commission. We have for maybe 800,000 people at that time. So you just collect a portion of the people in Sabah and Sarawak. Not all people of the Sabah and Sarawak. Nobody do sampling like that in social science, in commission. Nobody sample and ask each of Sabah people in Sabah and Sarawak to get their view. You get the view from only a portion of the population. That is how people do social science. I hope everybody can understand that one. I give another example. For example, if you want to make a study on how many male and female in the university. In a university there is 5,000 people, 8,000 people. And then you want to make a calculation how many male and female. You don't get to ask each and everybody, are you male or female? You must take only a portion of the population and you get the answer. How much the ratio between male and female. Maybe You ask 1,000 people, 2,000 people is sufficient information. Or you can get the information from the office itself. That is another way of sampling. So understand. So there is several reasons why we don't work with population. Why the Cobbold Commission doesn't ask all the people in Sarawak at that time. Of course, because the sample will be very large. Nobody do that, collect information for the whole population, and it is impossible and to get data for every object that you are study, and it is of course costly. Nobody do that. You ask all social science, when they try to sample something, give a questionnaire, they just ask a portion of the population, not the whole population. It is the same with Cobbold Commission. They just ask a question to a portion of the people in Sabah, in Sarawak. Okay, now we look at type of sampling. In social science, when you do a sampling or a questionnaire, you have a questionnaire. So you want to know how you want to pick the people to answer your questionnaire. Like Cobbold Commission, how they want to pick the people to get the view. There are many types of sampling in social science. Even in 1960, they already know this stuff. There is a random sampling, there is systematic sampling, there is convenient sampling, there is cluster sampling, there is stratified sampling, there is quota sampling, there is judgment sampling, there is snowball sampling. There are many types of sampling on social science. For example, for like paragraph 6 just now, the paragraph 6, they open the invitation for all the people to give the letter. That is random sampling. So whoever give the letter or memoranda to Cobbold Commission, it's random. Nobody know where it's come from. So that is random sampling on how you can conduct, you can get the view from the people, from the sample of the people from the whole population. You don't need to ask the whole population. Okay, each of you must send a letter and memoranda. No, it doesn't work like that. So there is a random sampling in place like at that time when the open letter and memoranda was given for all the people to give to Cobbold Commission, and the paragraph 7 just now, there is an open invitation to come to the commissioner during the hearings and give the oral evidence. There is also a random sampling. That is also random sampling. Whoever organizations, bodies, political parties that come to the commissioner at that time that give the oral evidence. So that is they give it randomly. People come randomly. So that is random sampling. So you don't dictate the people who come and who cannot come. It's not like that. And then there is a systematic sampling. That is, I don't think there is any systematic sampling during the Cobbold Commission. Then there is also convenient sampling during the Cobbold Commission. For example, convenient sampling is when the Cobbold Commission come to Sabah and Sarawak, they have easy contact with the legislative council, executive bodies, and the government bodies, so they can easily get the view from all this body of the government bodies who are working there, from teachers union, for whatever. That is convenient sampling. So the commissioner get the information from this kind of bodies and organization, trade unions easily. So that is type of convenient sampling. There is also cluster sampling. Cluster sampling, when Cobbold Commission, they come to every district. They not just stay in one district. So they come to all the they conduct 50 hearings in Sabah and Sarawak. They go to each district. So at that time we don't have that much district in 1962 compared to right now, of course, because the population is very low at that time. So they do a cluster sampling. So they go to each district in Sabah and Sarawak. So that is cluster sampling. Cobbold Commission try to collect all the view from the people based on the cluster sampling method. So each district that maybe come from different group of people, different racial background, so they can give their opinion and view on the formation of Malaysia. Again, there is also a stratified sampling, or there is native chief. They are talking on behalf of their longhouses, for example, for their village. Native chief for all these places, they come to the commission. They are talking for that person. They are talking on behalf of 50%. That native chief talking. Native chief collect information from all their followers and all the villages. They are the representative. They act as a representative for maybe hundred of people. So for that one person, so yes, as you can see just now, there is over 4,400 people give oral evidence. That each of that one person, they are representative of one organization, one bodies, one trade union, one religious leaders. That they have many followers, hundred of followers. So that one person at each 4,000, more than 4,000 people just now, each of them only representative. So actually each of them are represent for hundred of people, some of it maybe 50 people, maybe 5 people, maybe 1,000 of people. So actually there is more views of the people have been sent by this representative, by the native chiefs, something like that. So you need to understand what is the number here in Cobbold Commission. And then we have quota sampling, but I don't think the Cobbold Commission use quota sampling. And then we have judgment sampling, snowball sampling also is there, where they investigate hard to reach groups. So very hard to reach group here, that during the Cobbold Commission they go to the each district, so they go to the very hard place to meet the people. They go to that place, and then the native chief will come. They will represent the people, hundred of people, and the native chief will tell the view of all these people to the commissioner. So that is snowball sampling. So as you can see, all the numbers actually, the letter is received from 2,200 letters. It looks very low, but actually one letter is written by the representative, and it's the view come from the follower of that representative. For example, one representative of political parties gave a letter. That letter is actually come from the view of hundred of people, and there is another letter come from the religious body. That letter is actually represented by 200 people. So actually there is more people involved in Cobbold Commission actually. So what Cobbold Commission, the methodology of social science that being done in Cobbold Commission in 1962, it's social science, it's sampling process. There is random sampling, there is systematic convenience sampling, cluster sampling, stratified sampling, snowball sampling. This is social science, how you do a sampling on a bigger population. Of course, Cobbold Commission will not. Cobbold Commission is not a referendum to ask you if you agree or not agreed with condition with the formation of Malaysia. It's not like that. Cobbold Commission, the purpose of Cobbold Commission is not like that. You need to unlearn that stuff. Cobbold Commission is to collect the view. Whatever your view is, either you agree, you not agree, you agree with condition, you angry, you sad, you happy, you don't have any feeling about Malaysia, whatever you view give to the Cobbold Commission will be collected by the Cobbold Commission based on that information. Either you agree, Cobbold Commission will come with recommendation to form Malaysia. Either you don't agree, Cobbold Commission will come to recommendation to solve your what you don't agree just now, and then to form Malaysia. Whatever your view is, with condition, with you angry, you happy, everything, all that view will take into consideration, will be assessed, and then Cobbold Commission will give recommendation and to form Malaysia. That is Cobbold Commission. So, and how they do a sampling of the population of Sabah and Sarawak at that time, as I tell you just now, it's social science. It's science. It's not just come and go, something like that. Just collect a few people and a few letter. That actually all that letter, the one that come to oral evidence is representative of hundred of other people actually. They just give the view for the Cobbold Commission, doing Cobbold Commission, and he give the view of all his followers that give their opinion to that person just now. So that is Cobbold Commission. they collect a lot of view, and the representative will give our evidence. And each letter actually represented for one religious body, for Orthodox church or from other church or from the mosque, from the surau, all from the village. That one letter represent hundred of people, 50 people, 100 people, 200 people for one letter. So if you read Cobbold Commission in surface value without understanding it, you just said, oh, there is only 2,200 letter. But that 2,200 letter, maybe up to hundred of thousand people are involved writing that letter. So now, do you understand why about this all this number in Cobbold Commission? I hope there will be no ignorance later on about this one. This is simple social science stuff, simple sampling process. So whoever still don't understand about this one, you are the problem, and stop propagating your ignorance to all other people. I think that's all for tonight. I think I have talking for more than 8 minutes already. So this video will be re-uploaded in my YouTube maybe tomorrow. So that is all declassified information on Cobbold Commission. This is my fourth talk. So tomorrow I will confirm again if I will have another talks on Declassified Malaysia, because somebody gave a suggestion just now about what I will be talking for tomorrow. So any suggestion, just comment below. And any opinion, just comment below. Whatever you want to say, comment below. Agree or not agree, or you need more clarification, just comment. I think that's all for tonight. Adios. Assalamualaikum.